Hey there, and welcome to today. So, before we get into anything, I want to slow this right down and start with you. If you're here, you probably already know what you do. You might even be good at it. This session isn't about adding more, it's about checking what's already there. Most people I speak to are not confused about their work, they're confused about how to say it. And when you can feel that something is right, but when you try to explain it, it comes out tangled, that's usually where doubt starts creeping in. So what happens next is predictable. You tweak the wrong wording, then you change the angle, then you rewrite the post. And even after all that effort, something still feels off. Not because the copy is bad, but because the doubt didn't start there. That's what today is about. Not fixing words, not finding better hooks, but checking whether the offer underneath everything actually holds. Because that part is clear. When that part is clear, selling stops feeling heavy. Now, I didn't learn this from frameworks or textbooks. I learned it by doing things the long way around. Campaigns would drag on for weeks. I'd keep adjusting things, second guessing, trying again. And looking back, it wasn't effort that was missing, it was the certainty. The real shift came when I realised the problem wasn't writing skill. I was starting in the wrong place. I was trying to persuade before I had clarity, and copy isn't meant to rescue an unclear offer. Copy works best when it's explaining something solid. Once I fixed the order, everything changed. Now, when I look at an offer, this is where I start. I ask four simple questions. What does the person actually want? Do they believe this can work for them? How long does it realistically take? And what does it ask of them in terms of effort? If any of those are fuzzy, I stop there. So there's no copy yet. Now, the next step is stepping out of my own head. I use AI to help me write short story style entries from the client's point of view. Not polished, not clever, just honest snapshots of what life feels like for them right now. That context changes everything. With that context in place, I use AI again, this time to roleplay the client. I'm not looking for approval. What I want is resistance. Where does it feel like it's too much? Where does belief drop off? Where does hesitation show up? That friction is useful. It tells me what needs adjusting before I ever write a line of copy. Here's the honest part. You can understand the process quickly. Using it once isn't hard. What's harder is staying clear over time, especially as your work evolves and you get closer to it again. That's why this session isn't a one-off. Inside the community, we keep applying this method so clarity doesn't fade. If today helps, things click better, then the next sessions will take this further as we go into the group. So let me get my AI up, then I can show you what we actually do. Where are we? One moment. Oh, where have we gone? Where have we gone? Oh, getting there. There we go. So this is my ideal client diary creator, and it creates the most deepest unspoken words of your ideal client through the lens of a diary. This really is really deep stuff. This is. It really is as if someone's written in their diary and you're reading it. And we just need these five, six entries. So I'm going to just make this up today. So let's call in Kevin. His age is 42. Niche of and fitness. Avatar. Um, new new dads. I know he's a little bit older, but that's fine. Primary goal. The play with son. So the goal is to be fit to play with son when a little older. So ask for MBTI, which is your Myers-Briggs type indicator, and I'm going to leave that here because the AI will actually figure that out for me. But if you know what your Myers-Briggs type indicator of your ideal client is, this works so much better. Now let's see what it comes up with. So MBTI is an ISFP, inferred, driven by creative self-expression and personal integrity with deep emotional bond to family moments. So what it's done is created the first entry for me and just go over a couple of bits. So as today, I'm 42, got a dodgy left knee from footy in my 20s, and back that twinges when I lift the pram wrong. I'm knackered more often than I'd like to admit, and these days my belt feels tighter than it did last year. So, it's just a little insight, but here, it's what they've tried before. Um, the primary motivation, picture in my head kicking a ball around with my ball in the park without wheezing or pulling something. What they refuse to do is refuse to starve themselves, live in the gym, or miss out on meals with a wife to achieve that. Uh, and as you can see, it just goes that deeper. So let's go to the next one. But this really is cool. But as you see with the age, it really makes a difference as well, because when it's said here about um, being in my 20s, so it reflects back that if you created one of these for someone who was in their 20s, the experience is a lot different. So this is a moment of truth and why the time for change is now. So here we go. I guess I've been interested in getting back into shape ever since I noticed I couldn't keep up with my son falling around the living room. He's only little now, but he's quick and I already feel breathless just lifting him up out of the cot half the time. So it really does go deep. So I'm just gonna uh, like continue. And the thing is that I hold these on the uh, the screen here. If you want to pause them and read through them as well, you're more than welcome to. But at the moment, I just want to get to the diary part. Well, this is the diary, but I mean the part where we can test the offer. So this one, this would be a living hell for me if I decided to start getting fit again, and if I had to one day hang up my head in failure and say to those around me, I gave up again, it was too much. That would be like hell for me. And see that's like someone's shame, really. And when you bring that up, that really does resonate with people a lot more. So here's entry 5. And it says here, Kevin, at the end of the day, you just really want to feel like yourself again. And that's what it is. Everything we do relates to a feeling back to ourselves. And when you ask her what's important and what's important about that, and you dig deeper, most of the time it's to be happy. It really is. That is like the most the secondary goals or the third lot of goals that people want. So here's a fears list as well. You know, what if I found out my body's too far gone to bounce back? Oh, that's a bit of a harsh one. You know, I feel guilty over taking time away from my family to work out. And this is all baked in truth. Even though this is fictional, everything that is spoken about in here is spoken from truth. And this one's good. Through the looking glass of time, reflecting on moments that made me. And this is the things that Kevin had tried before. You know, my last attempt was a home workout program I bought online. I think this let me down because it was all video based, no personal support, and I had no clue if I was doing it right. I got bored, unmotivated, and fell off after week two, ever again. So now, as you can see here, great. Now you've stepped into inside Kevin's world. Please post your offer, a short description of product or service so Kevin can react to it. So I actually use Herbalife, been using it for 11 years. So I'm going to say I'm using this. I'll see that. That's just a quick description. We use Herbalife for the nutrition. You do real meals every day, as well as have me for texting. We'll meet up every 2 days to work out for 30 minutes, as that is all you need. So what we'll do, we'll see what the critique comes back. Because what it does, because it's so deep, the AI is very good at role playing, and that's what it's doing. It's role playing as that ideal client. And this is the avatar critique interlude. Kevin reacts. All right, so here's what I'm hearing. You'll sort my nutrition with Herbalife, but still let me eat proper meals each day. Thank God I hate those all liquid things. You'll be there to text when I need it, and we'll meet up every other day for just 30 minutes of training. Honestly, that feels doable. 30 minutes sounds right, not long enough to get moving, short enough that I won't dread it. Every other day feels like a rhythm I can stick to, even with the little one causing chaos. So as you can see, even in the reply there, it's talking about the sun. The fact that I can text you if I'm lost or flagging, that means more than you know. I've always needed that nudge when life gets in the way. And the real meal's huge. I don't want to be a rabbit. I want to be strong and sane. So approved. Yes, this feels perfect because I don't have to give up food I love. I won't be doing it alone. The time commitment fits my life, and I finally feel like someone gets what being a tired dad is actually like. But what I want to do, I want to come back in there and I'm going to give them a different offer, but just make this one not so good. I'm still going to say Herbalife, actually, and see what they say. Yeah. Um, so you'll have to give up your favorite foods for 6 weeks, use Herbalife nutrition, work out every day for 5 days with weekends off, every day for 1 hour. Yeah, let's do that one. That's because that's not a very good one. It's quite hard. And let's see what it comes up with now. There we go. Honestly, I'm hesitant because favorite foods for 6 weeks, that's a red flag straight away. I've tried restriction before. It backfires, makes me miserable and more likely to binge. I want to build habits I can live with, not survive a countdown. Herbalife, I've heard of it, but it's like a quick fix thing. Powders instead of meals doesn't feel real or sustainable. I want actual food, not something that makes me hide what I'm eating from my kids. The thing is, Herbalife is food, but that's why we have meals as well, because it just helps with the calories. And 1 hour workouts 5 days a week. That's a lot for someone who's exhausted, sore, and short on time. It makes me feel like I'm set up to fail before I start. I need flexibility, something that starts small and grows with me, not all or nothing. If this was about real food, gentle entries, and a plain plan built around fatherhood, not in spite of it, I feel a lot more confident. And so, as you can see down here, needs work. I'm hesitant because it feels too rigid, too extreme, and too focused on short-term sacrifice rather than long-term strength and sustainability. So, as you can see, it is like real time, uh, real time feedback. And what we have, because I've just gone back to the good one, and what it will do now, it will do a future-paced one, which is really cool. So this is the sort of thing that you'd like your ideal client to write your testimony about. So I'm standing here on the far side of my journey, diary in hand, and it feels unreal. Here's what my day looks like now. I wake up and stretch without aching. My work hours are steady, but I'm no longer dragging myself through them. I'm finally able to run around the garden with my son without guilt. Even my weekends feel different. My wife and my boy gets the best of me, not the leftovers. See how it calls up? So then looking back, the biggest surprise was how certain each step felt once I embraced your plan. I'd put the odds at 40% when I started. Today, it feels inevitable. It didn't happen overnight. Milestone one hit at week 2 when I noticed my energy shift and my genes weren't digging into my gut. By week 6, I was seeing steady traction, moving better, feeling stronger, not wheezing up the stairs. And now, at 3 months in, I'm living the proof. I don't just feel not bad, I feel alive. But as you can see, this really is based on real life scenarios. And this is how I test an offer before I write anything else. This is actually how I test my ideal client to see if this is what they're actually going through. And I don't know anyone else who does this. This really is some deep psychological walkthroughs of your ideal client as they seek a solution to their problem. And as you can see, I can create these for pretty much any avatar, any niche, for any goal that they try to achieve. But the main part is the goal that they're trying to achieve, because there could be different avatars and different niches that want to lose weight. So for this one, where it was a man of 42 for his son, wasn't it? And he was a new dad, and the niche is health and fitness. That's what he's looking to get. but to be fit to play with son when a little bit older. So that could be also to play with my son now they're older at the age of 14. So they're not going to be a new dad. They're going to be an established dad, or it could be an unfit dad. And it might not be health and fitness, it might be football or something like that. And we really can change these realms. But the two crucial parts are the name, which makes it either male or female, and the age for the experience. So if you're interested in having one of these built for you, just book a call with me. We'll go through this because once you get this part right, everything else I do really is easy because everything is extracted from here. All the complaints, secondary complaints, objections, what they've tried before, like statistics as well. We go a lot further. There's 64 steps in the ideal client profile that we create, and this is the pre-work before that ideal client profile. So once we get this right, everything else really does follow. So like I say, if you want one of these, please book a call with me and I will build this with you because there are some more little nuances in here. But today I just wanted to show you how I create a diary style avatar and test my offer towards that. So thanks for watching. I'll leave a link below for booking a call. And if you're in the community, come back to the community because we're going to be doing more and more of these little breakdowns. Not going to be too long. This one was like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. We're trying to keep them pretty short and easy for you to understand. But thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye.